Welcome to the Workamper Show, a podcast devoted to helping you discover how to finance your RV travel dreams. I'm Steve Anderson, the president of Workamper News. Each one of our episodes will either introduce you to people who are already living the RV lifestyle or to opportunities to work short-term jobs. You'll also learn how to hit the road the right way and make the most of every opportunity. Now let's turn over today's show to your host, Greg Gerber.
Thank you, Steve. Today I'm interviewing a couple who's been RVing and work camping for 5 years. Best of all, they support themselves by working only 3.5 months a year. Today's episode is sponsored by Workamper News. With its Diamond and Platinum membership tools, Workamper News is much more than just a job listing website. When you put the tools of this professional service into action, you'll find out just how easy it can be to turn your work camping dreams into reality. The one-year memberships open the door to a one-stop shop for all things work camping. Being the original resource for work camping, you'll find the largest number of job listings, be able to connect with a community of work campers, and view resources compiled by experts who've been enjoying the RV lifestyle for many years. If you're serious about leading a successful and enjoyable work camping lifestyle, then a Diamond or Platinum membership is for you. You can even get started with a free 30-day trial by visiting www.workamper.com/trial. Embark on new adventures today with the support of Workamper News behind you. Steve and Laura Mahoney are from New Hampshire, where he worked as a mechanic on heavy equipment. Together, they've been traveling in a 2000 Newmar Dutch Star motorhome, which they affectionately named Waldo. Their first work camping job was at an RV park in Texas, but they also worked in Alaska managing some chalets where they had to run a black bear off the property because he kept getting into the trash. They also sell Christmas trees in Florida, where they work as managers overseeing 5 lots and the corresponding teams of people staffing them. Not only do the Mahoneys sell Christmas trees, but after a brief holiday break, they sell fireworks from roadside stands in Florida for New Year's and the Independence Day holidays. Selling trees and fireworks really fits into their lifestyle because it requires short-term commitments of a few weeks rather than an entire season. Steve also performs consulting work for a lithium-ion battery company completing solar installs on RVs. Between the 3 jobs, the Mahoneys estimate they are working only 3.5 months a year and spend the rest of the time traveling. They jumped into the RV lifestyle after a series of unexpected deaths in their families, which caused them to reevaluate their own priorities. Steve and Laura determined that life was indeed way too short, with too many unexpected twists and turns that can bring an end to dreams of adventure. Plus, too many of their friends are approaching retirement age and are already facing health issues that severely restrict their ability to travel. So the Mahoneys committed to doing things they wanted to do now while they were still healthy enough to enjoy them. The couple loves visiting national parks, and at the time I interviewed them last November, they had already visited 26 of the 64 national parks and were planning to check off a few others this winter. To tell us more about their experiences and offer advice they learned over the past 5 years, please welcome Steve and Laura Mahoney to the show. Thanks for joining me today, Steve and Laura. I really appreciate your time. Tell me a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and how long you've been RVing.
So we've been living full-time in our rig for 5 years. We sold our house in 2017 and our business, and we hit the road. But we've had an RV of some sort for probably 10 or 15 years.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Where are you from originally?
I was born in Malden, Mass, and lived in New Hampshire most of my life. And an automotive technician, heavy equipment. That's what I did for a business.
Okay, very good.
So we're currently in Florida right now, so that makes me a little bit of a rare bird, especially at my age, is I happen to be a native Floridian, and you don't find too many of us down here.
No. Do you get like a special license plate when you're a native Floridian?
No, but we do have a vanity plate on our rig that says on tour.
On tour. Very good. And so have you been work camping the entire time that you've been traveling?
Yes, we have.
Okay. And what kind of jobs have you been working?
The first job we took was in Texas at an RV park. And being new at that time, after you work, you find out the questions you need to ask for the next one. How many hours a week? What is the pay? What are the jobs that you're expected to do? And we do everything from, my wife was doing laundry, bookkeeping, sales in the office, to mowing lawns, rebuilding sheds, landscaping, irrigation, building new sites, putting power poles in, water poles, and sewer lines in. So you do a whole array of work. Plus, you guide the campers back them on their paths.
Okay. And have most of your jobs been involved with campgrounds?
Oddly enough, no.
No.
After our experience in Texas, as Steve said, we learned a lot of things about what more specifics we need to ask a potential employer. Employers always ask for references from us, and we have learned to ask for references about them.
Oh, really? And so you ask to talk to people who've worked there in the past?
Yes, because, everything looks great in print, and it's not always that way when you show up on site to work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But our second year, we went and we were caretakers for a set of chalets up in Alaska. And I have to say right now, by far, after 5 years, that is still probably my favorite job.
Why is that?
Just the scenery, everything was beautiful. It was a very interesting job to do. It was constant new people, and RV parks are that way a little bit, but the chalet is definitely catered to a little bit higher end crowd.
Okay, and so these were they have cabins available, or chalets, I guess, that people rent for short periods of time.
Generally, it's, coming into Alaska, it's generally a week at a time. I think 10 days was our longest rental. Okay.
Very good.
During our stay.
And what kinds of things did you do for the chalet then?
Oh, boy. We did all the cabin or chalet cleaning. We did all the lawn mowing.
All the jacuzzi maintenance.
Jacuzzi maintenance. I checked in and met with the guests and made sure all of their needs were taken care of. At one point, we had a little water emergency and had to go to our cistern system. And it was just making sure that was an uninterrupted stay for the guests, that they might have noticed briefly that we had a water issue, but it was immediately taken care of.
Okay.
I would say, and we had to run off the black bear.
You had to what?
Run off the black bear.
Oh, okay.
It was a young one who was getting into our trash, so we had to make a lot of noise and
get him
to move along.
Convince him to move on. Very good. And now I understand you're doing something a bit different from working in a chalet.
Completely. Now we are selling Christmas trees down in South Florida.
Okay. And what does that involve?
Oh, boy. That involves...
Well, this is our 4th year being managers, and now my wife has taken on a lot more responsibility sourcing trees and helping other managers. We have 5 lots total. So she's pretty much the general manager of all the lots.
Wow.
But we hire all the lot workers. We keep our primary responsibility during the tree selling season is to be really good salespeople. And the trees come out of Boone, North Carolina, and they come down in refrigerated trucks, and we get them all stood up in the tent. And I make wreaths, and I run the register. I flock trees, which is making it look like they've been snowed on. And we just
do it all.
Do it all. Okay. And so you're down there now, and we're recording this just before Thanksgiving. And so you'll be there until right after Christmas, I assume?
Actually, we will be here, provided we do not run out of trees. We will be here till December 22nd. Then we will go up to where my dad lives in Crystal River, which is about 4.5 hours north of us. We will spend Christmas Day with him. And then we immediately jump back in our rig and go to Claremont, Florida to sell fireworks for New Year's.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you have Christmas trees and fireworks. That's an unusual combination.
Well, what we found after working at campgrounds for a number of years is campgrounds are not our thing. You have to be in one location. Most commitments are between 3 and 5 months. And we just like to travel more. So we found things that fit into our lifestyle better. Selling trees and fireworks. And my husband does consulting work for a lithium-ion battery company that does solar installs in RVs. So between those 3 jobs, literally, we probably only work about 3.5 months a year.
Wow. And you're able to make enough money to support yourself for the rest of the year?
Well, when you commit to an RV park for 3 to 5 months, what we're doing now, short-term jobs, we're making almost double the money in short-term.
Wow. Okay. So you're only working 3 to 4 months out of the entire year. Does that mean it's ultra full time, like 40 to 60 hours a week?
Well, during trees, we are probably about, I've never figured out how many hours. But our short day at trees is 12 hours a day.
Wow. Okay.
Those big a lot open, and then there's the manager paperwork to take care of at the end of the night.
Our hours at trees is about 75 hours a week that we're open, plus all the payroll and paperwork after the fact, and flocking.
Okay, very good. And
but the nice thing about it is we know there's an end date. We know there's a start date. We know there's an end date. It's hard work. It's long hours. But this doesn't go on for 3 months.
Mm-hmm. Right. So once you're done selling fireworks, then you have pretty much several months off until you go do something else, like 4th of July fireworks?
Exactly.
Okay. And where will you be doing that?
We will be I did ask that again?
Yeah. Where will you be doing the 4th of July fireworks?
We also do that in Claremont, Florida.
Oh, okay.
So we do Claremont in January, or just end of December, and then back again mid-June through 4th of July.
Mm-hmm. What attracted you to this lifestyle?
Well, my parents lived in the rig that we have now. My parents lived in it full-time for 7 years. And when my mom got ill and they had to get off the road, they ended up giving us this rig. But in a very short period of time, we lost 4 family members in very rapid succession to various things, and including one of them being Steve's son. Oh. And we just decided that, life is too short to not go out and do the things you want to do.
That's right.
We have a lot of friends that say they wait till they are retirement age. And I can understand that approach, but then they have health issues that don't allow them to do this lifestyle. So we chose to do it now while we can.
Mm-hmm. That's solid advice.
Well, if you wait, it's just like, in your younger years, if you wait till the time is right to get married, and then you wait till the time is right to buy a house, and you wait till the time is right to have children. Well, it's all ducks in life don't ever line up neatly.
That's right. Yes.
So, my husband retired at 59, and so, we've been doing this, supporting ourselves with no Social Security. So we had to work.
IRA. We don't touch our IRAs at all. So we work to make our money to survive and do this.
Okay. Very good. Well, that's reassuring that you can make that much money in that short a period of time to finance all of your travel lifestyle and your go-to bucket lists of places to go. So when you're not selling fireworks, what are you doing?
So national parks are my thing. And there are 64 national parks in America, and we have now visited, I believe, 26 of them.
Okay. Very good.
And upcoming in March of next year, we actually have 30 days booked at Big Bend in Southwest Texas.
At Big Bend? Okay.
Yes, it has been on my bucket list for about 10 years, so we're making that happen next year.
But you're not going to be working at all. You're just going to be playing.
Exactly. Well, we tow a Jeep, so there's all kinds of places to have fun and get into mischief out there.
Very good. And what have you liked most about your RVing experience so far?
One of the things that we like best is some of the fabulous people we've met. Some of them are like-minded people like us that are full-timers. Others were just people that we met at the various campgrounds and other jobs we've had, and we have made some lifelong friends. And that's a perk all in itself.
Mm-hmm. Are these friends with fellow work campers?
Yes, we're going. Some are fellow work campers, some aren't. We're going to meet some friends in Quartzsite, Arizona, before we go to Big Bend. We'll spend 2 weeks with them.
Okay.
And they're just they're not work campers. He works full time from his rig for a major company, and but we traveled out to Utah this year to see a girl that we worked with in Texas, and we love her. We drove all the way. We were in West Virginia. We drove all the way to Utah just to visit her.
Okay.
And we've got some friends that we met in Texas. They were residents at the campground, and we've traveled to Texas to visit them. They actually just bought a property in Alabama, so we're going to go up to Alabama before we head to Quartzsite and meet up with them. And there have just been some fabulous people.
Have you folks faced any challenges on the road?
Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm.
In 2018, my husband had to put a radiator so we have a diesel pusher. My husband had to put a radiator in our rig in Beatty, Nevada at a campground, and we were very fortunate that the campground allowed us to do a major repair.
Wow.
And so the rig's name is Waldo, because you never know where we're going to pop up. But Waldo got a brand new motor this year because it turned 21 and decided to drop a valve.
Okay. What kind of rig did you get?
I'm sorry?
What kind of rig do you have?
We have a 2000 Newmar Dutch Star.
Okay. Super. And so that's a motorhome?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Why'd you pick a motorhome over a fifth wheel?
Well, mostly because my parents gave it to us. But we've always had a driver of some sort. And the reason being is, I don't want to have to pull over at a rest stop and get out of my truck and go into my camper and make a sandwich. I just want to get up, make a sandwich, and we can eat while we're driving.
Mm-hmm.
It just affords us the ability, more freedom, I think.
Okay.
Because, we're always completely in our home.
Mm-hmm. Very good. And so outside of the radiator, has there been any other challenges that you guys have had to contend with?
The radiator and the new motor,
that's enough.
That's more than enough.
Okay, very good. What are some of the perks you get to enjoy in this kind of lifestyle?
oh, geez, lots of freedom to come and go as we please. To, if we don't like the weather, we pack up and move.
Now, when you're selling Christmas trees and fireworks, are you able to live on site then? Is that what you get a free hookup site there?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
And when we do fireworks, we boondock because it's only for like 5 days at New Year's and then 2 weeks during 4th of July fireworks. So we have a generator and we just boondock because we're in a Walmart parking lot.
Oh, okay. And you don't have any problems parking an RV in the Walmart parking lot?
Nope.
Okay.
Never had a problem.
Very good. Very good. Now, when you were in Alaska, what were some of the things that you were able to do in your off time?
Oh, goodness. I don't remember where I heard the advice. And it may have been our boss who told us to reach out to a lot of the expeditions and adventures in the area. Tell them that we were the incoming chalet managers. And what we did was we asked if they would be willing to give us a discount on the price of their adventure so that when our guests came in, we could recommend. We experienced it, and then we could it. And we went on 2 helicopter rides. We went dog sledding on a glacier. We went on 2 Kenai Fjord tours. We went whitewater rafting. The only thing we didn't do is do any fishing because we just couldn't justify the cost of a non-resident license.
Okay. Very good. But were the companies receptive to giving you a discount?
Oddly enough, the most of them gave it to us for free.
Wow.
There's a post. So I write a blog, and there's a post that I wrote that said, "No, we didn't win the lottery." And I talked about all of the things that we did. And one of the helicopter rides, actually it was the one that went up to the glacier for the dog sledding, they put us on a will call list. And we actually got to do that for nothing.
Okay.
The only thing we had to pay for on our Kenai Fjord tours was I upgraded the lunch so we could have the prime rib and king crab legs.
Oh, you guys eat well when you're traveling.
Oh, yes, sir.
Super. And so when you're done with your fireworks at New Year's Eve, then you are basically off of work until late June, early July.
Yep.
Okay.
June 26th.
Wow. And so then you're only working 2 weeks there, and then you're off for work again until you have to go sell Christmas trees?
Correct.
Okay. Very good. How did you find these jobs?
Let's see.
Workamper.
I know
Workers on Wheels.
Workers on Wheels is how we found the Christmas trees. I want to say Workamper News is where we found the chalets.
Okay.
There's also, and actually I believe it was Happy Vagabonds was where we found fireworks.
Okay. Now, would you go back and do another job like the chalet?
Like the chalet? Yes, I would.
Okay. Very good.
Another camp? No.
Not a campground, but more of the chalets.
Yeah.
Okay. Super. So where else have you traveled outside of Alaska?
Well, I guess a better question is where haven't we traveled?
Okay.
One place we've not gotten to visit and enjoy is California. And part of the reason for that, other than Death Valley, we did go to Death Valley. California is just so darn expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And when we're, not work camping, well, that means we're paying for our RV site, or we're, boondocking so we can stay on BLM land. Excuse me. But diesel, there are places in California where diesel is $6.50, $7 a gallon.
Right.
And we've got a 100-gallon tank.
That can add up a little bit quickly.
It certainly does. And on a good day, we get 8 miles to the gallon.
Mm-hmm. So when the company that you're working for with the fireworks, do they operate locations throughout Florida or the United States, or is it pretty much a regional thing?
Yeah. Nope, throughout the United States.
Okay, cool. You want to mention that company name?
TNT Fireworks.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Should we decide that we don't want to come back to Florida in the heat of July, we could go to any other state and get a lot. But my dad's here, so it's nice to come back every 6 months and, visit with my dad and make sure everything is well.
Mm-hmm. Very good. What's on your bucket list of things you still want to do?
So the one thing that we did not do when we were in Alaska was go north of the Arctic Circle. So that's on my list. But the thought of driving all the way back up there is a little daunting.
Was it a long journey?
Well, so we left Florida in February, and from there we went to New Orleans. Then from straight across over to Death Valley, and then from Death Valley we went north through Oregon up into Canada, and we crossed into from the Yukon into Alaska on May 1st in the middle of a blizzard.
Oh my.
That's those challenges we faced that, you kind of forgot about it until you're telling the story.
Right. So you drove from Florida to Alaska via Death Valley in New Orleans.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
That would be a memorable trip.
It was. You had February, March, April. So it took us 3.5 months because we stopped everywhere we wanted to stop along the way.
Yeah. It wasn't a direct route. We meandered to do the things we wanted to do.
Do you folks hire work campers yourselves?
Actually, we do not. We don't. Mostly, I'm former military, so when we do our Christmas tree lot sales, I reach out to the local ROTC, and I get most of my lot workers from there. And then when it's fireworks, it's just my husband and I. We don't hire any workers because, well, we're greedy and we want all the money.
Very good. Well, yes, if you're supposed to be supporting yourself for 9 months out of the year by doing these jobs, then yeah, you want to get all the money that you possibly can. But there is opportunity with the company for other RVers who are interested in working for TNT?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Steve, there's a link on there. If you go to the TNT.com, I believe there's a link on there that talks about the link might be fundraising, but because a lot of churches will do a fireworks stamps for fundraising, but there are job opportunities there too. And whoever the local regional manager for that area is, will reach out to them.
Okay. Very good. Is there any advice you would give to people who are considering becoming a work camper?
Ask for references about your employer.
Okay.
Make sure that you understand the job requirements and the job commitment before you show up. And if you get there and you don't like the job, have the decency to tell your boss. Do not pull out in the middle of the night and leave all the other work campers high and dry.
Has that happened to you?
It has.
Okay. That can be a real problem. A lot of people are depending upon work campers.
Exactly. And it's just an extremely rude thing to do.
Okay. Very good. And so when you are asking for these references, have you received any pushback from employers about giving you the names of people who've worked for them?
Actually, the ones that we have dealt with, several of them have just come right out and offered. Our Alaska job, they pointed us right to this. As before you take our job, talk to these people who worked for us for several years. That way you have a better understanding. And it was wonderful because he was just very forthcoming with, here, talk to these people. And the one job we worked in Wisconsin, somebody that we had worked camp with in Texas called us and said, hey, we've got an opening in Wisconsin. Do you want to come to Wisconsin? So we've been pretty lucky about that. And we learned to do that from our first job in Texas.
Mm-hmm. What did you do in Wisconsin?
Excuse me. We were campers at a campground that also did canoe, kayak, and paddleboard rentals.
Oh, very good. Very good.
So we stayed very busy with that.
Mm-hmm. But you're not generally going back to any campgrounds anytime soon?
No.
No? Okay.
No. We just find that, we like our freedom to travel, and working at campgrounds just cuts into too much of my free time.
Okay. If you had a choice of starting over, what would you do differently?
I don't really know that there's anything specifically. Oh, I guess I do know. After living in the rig for 5 years, when we initially tacked it, we put everything that we thought we would need for the rest of our lives. When we sold our house, we sold all of our belongings. What the kids didn't want, we donated. And then whatever we thought we could possibly need, we put in the underbelly of Waldo, and we set off. And here we are 5 years later, and I would say almost certainly that we have maybe a quarter of all the stuff that we thought was important. And so we not only did we downsize from a 5-bedroom house, we now have downsized even further. And once you live in it, you will find there's an awful lot of things that you thought were important that you really just don't need.
It is funny how that works. It just, I think that every RVer goes through that as well, because they develop an attachment to some of their property, and they think they're going to need it, and so they want to bring it along with them, but then they realize that they're just hauling it around and
Exactly.
never using it. Okay, very good.
Every 6 months, we go through clothes you haven't worn since you was started. They get taken out, Goodwill, whatever, tools, just all kinds of stuff. You just go through it every 6 months, and if you need something, you buy it.
In our stick and brick house, we each had our favorite coffee cups. We probably had, and now we each have one coffee cup. It gets washed every day, put on the drain, because you don't need all those extra coffee cups. And, it's just things like that.
It is liberating to go through the downsizing routine.
Oh, in more ways than one.
Super.
Of course, unfortunately, we pawned all our stuff off on our children, but they were happy to get it.
Mm-hmm. How many kids do you have?
Between the two of us, we had 4 boys.
Oh, my. Okay. Very good.
Steve's oldest boy passed away in 2000.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
okay.
No, 2013.
Did you say that you had started a blog to write about your journeys?
I do. It's called thewanderingrver.com.
Okay. And people can subscribe to this?
Sure.
Okay. What kinds of things do you put in there?
Mostly pictures of places we visit. I did. There are a number of blog posts over the years. It started with posts on downsizing and things we learned about downsizing. And then there are some posts about how we found work with links to probably a dozen different websites where RVers can find work.
Okay. That'd be a great resource for folks.
It would.
So.
And I've got a lot of good feedback from that post.
Well, this has been fascinating, guys. I really appreciate your time. It sounds like you've got it buttoned down. I mean, you got it figured out. You work 4 months out of the year and play for 8.
Yep.
That's great.
It doesn't get much that.
Mm-hmm. Super. Well, I wish you the best of luck in 2022, and I hope you sell lots of Christmas trees.
Oh, thank you.
I would like to thank Steve and Laura Mahoney for sharing their story with us today. They are right in saying life is way too short, with too many unexpected things that can prevent people from doing what they want to do someday. Of all the things a couple has been able to do in the past 5 years they've been RVing, it's the ability to make friends all over the country that they like best. The friends might be people they've met along the way or worked with at a work camping job. Their paths cross occasionally, which allows them to pick up on their friendship. They'll even go out of their way to connect with them again in person. Steve and Laura have enjoyed some memorable adventures during their travels, like dog sledding on a glacier in Alaska, whitewater rafting, and even sightseeing by helicopter. Their work plan really gives them a lot of flexibility to enjoy these activities. Their workload is pretty intense from just before Thanksgiving until after January 1, but then they generally don't have any work commitments until late June through Independence Day. Then the Mahoneys are on their own until the middle of November. That affords them a lot of time to visit places they've dreamed about seeing without rushing off to another commitment. They found most of their jobs by scanning ads in Workamper News, but they also landed a few positions by word of mouth, or they were recommended for them by work campers they met along the way. Knowing that most employers automatically ask for references from work campers, Laura said they have learned to ask for references from employers as well about going to work for them. I really wish Steve and Laura Mahoney the best of luck as they continue crisscrossing the country in search of memory-making opportunities and new friends. Today's episode is sponsored by The Dreamer's Journey. It's an online course and community produced by Workamper News. Life is way too short to keep your dreams on hold, so don't be held back by fear because you were designed for more. Get started in the RV lifestyle the right way with this comprehensive guide. For just $29.95 for 1 year of access, Dreamers have unlimited viewing of 50-plus videos to learn things like what type of RV to buy, goal setting, how to budget for the adventure, developing a positive mindset, setting up a domicile, and operating a small business from the road, plus everything about work camping and how to find the right job for you. Each video is 30 to 90 minutes long to give in-depth coverage on each topic. There's no wrong time to get started, so for more information, visit www.rvdreamersjourney.com. That's all I have for this week's show. I just learned that the Workamper Show podcast is now available on Amazon Music and through Audible. So if you like what we're doing here every week and you think others might enjoy it as well, please consider leaving a review. Next week, I'll be interviewing the founder of Solo Women RV about how gals of all ages can truly enjoy a life of adventure and travel. I'll have that interview on the next episode of The Workamper Show. Thanks for listening.